Hey ho or hey yo, it's Joe. That was very corny. I know, I'm sorry. Anyway, my name is Joanna and I'm going to be starting this booktube. I've been on social media for a little while with the name Fight and Read Like a Girl. I will explain that a little bit more in depth in this video because this is the newbie tag. So I'm going to definitely cover a lot in this tag. So there is 10 questions, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Question 1, why did you start this channel? I started this channel because I have a passion for reading and I've always loved to read. It's just been one of my things, and I have a lot of people in my life that don't read as much as I do. I have nobody I can really talk to about books. I mean, I have my brother. He's a big book person. Him and his wife are actually big book people. But we definitely share like a different side of books. My brother is more into like the sci-fi. I'm more into like young adult and fantasy and things like that. He likes more sci-fi and Stephen King and anything thriller related. I'm not a big thriller fan, but you know, I do have some books that are thriller. But I just want to be able to talk about books and definitely share my passion for books with the world. It's just definitely something I need to talk about because I feel like I need to talk to somebody about books. And my husband's not really much into books. I don't have family that are much into books. So there you go. That's my answer. I started this channel so I can talk about books mainly. So question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Honestly, I have a very bubbly, quirky personality, and I am always looking for a way to make somebody laugh, or and definitely I have a different way of explaining things. I'm a little slow at times, but I definitely will express myself in any way, shape, or form. I'm very blunt, I'm very honest, and if I don't like something, you would know. If I don't like you, you would know. So I definitely feel like I can be very blunt and honest about talking about the books and things like that. So question 3, what are you most excited about for this new channel? I'm very excited to explore this world of books. Like, I've always been a book person, I've always been a reader, I've always been a bookworm, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm most excited about is definitely rediscovering books that I've already read in the past and rediscovering new books that I have read, and just overall just opening up the world of books for myself again, and like, you know, be that young kid that I was when I was younger, when I first got into reading, just opening up that whole new world and just rediscovering everything. That's what I'm most excited about. Number 4, why do you love reading? Well, so I love reading because mainly my parents always pushed reading, even when I was a young kid. Like, you know, every single night before I go to bed, they would read to me. And eventually, as I got older, I would receive a book for Christmas or for my birthday or, you know, something like that. And then I would eventually start reading to them. So it was like a nightly thing. And, you know, my parents always said, you know, you can go anywhere in the world you want from sitting on the couch. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, at like 9 or 10 years old, I'm like, Mom, how can I go anywhere in the world by sitting on the couch? So he handed me a book. He said, here you go, go visit. I don't even remember what she really handed me. She was like, here you go visit London, or whatever she said. I don't even remember what she said. It was such a long time ago. But she's like, hey, go visit London. So I opened up this book and I was just transported into this wonderful, beautiful world of dragons or whatever it was. I don't even remember what the book she handed me was. It was such a long time ago. But it was just, I was just transported to this beautiful world, and, you know, everything about it was just wonderful, and it just, I got hooked, you know, picking up a book, you know, I got hooked on it. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? Well, I mean, I'd really have to think about that one, because there's a couple of them that stick out in my mind. But the Little House in the Big Woods, the Little House on the Prairie series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. This was a book, or this was a whole set. I have, as you can see, the whole set right there. This was a set that came with maybe a book subscription or something like that, or I was part of like a Scholastic book club or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But this was the first series that really got me into reading. I first opened this book and I was transformed back into the 1800s, back when Laura Ingalls Wilder was still a kid, and, even in her world, I could still relate to a lot of things that she was going through as a kid, and I probably finished this series, the whole entire series, within 6 months. It was done. Then I never read it again, and then I picked it up again when I was an adult, probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and read it again, and it's now on my list to read again. But this series got me into reading, and these are probably some of the first books that I ever read, and first books I ever received, and now you can obviously see my collection's growing, because I've got a bookshelf there, and I've got a bookshelf over there. So my collection from there has definitely grown. What questions would you like to ask your favorite booktuber? I have 2 favorite booktubers, actually. The first one is Haley in Bookland and Bookables. I can't remember Bookable's first name to save my life right now off the top of my head, but oh my god, she is absolutely amazing. They are both into the same genre that I'm into. Why am I still holding this book? But if I could ask them one question, I would say for Haley in Bookland, where the heck did you get your shelf? That's what I want to know. And big question I would ask both of them is, I don't know. I really don't have a question for them. I mean, once probably this progresses, I'm definitely going to tag them in this video, because, I would love to do a collaboration with them at some point. But yeah, we're just going to move on, because I can't think of a question right now. So number 7, what are some of the challenges you think that BookTube would be the hardest to overcome? Reading, definitely. I actually have a full-time job that I work outside the home, and I'm a part-time housewife, and I barely have any time to reading, so I guess the biggest challenge would be finding the time to read, finding the time to record about the book, finding the time to talk about the book. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge. And also, another challenge would be some of people's comments, like, say I'm trying to copy somebody, or I'm trying to, mimic or do something that somebody else has already done. I am my own individual person, and just because I'm going to say this now, just because I'm going to do something that somebody else has already done, it's not because I'm copying them. It's going to be because I like that idea, and I'm going to try to turn that idea and make it my own. So that's definitely what I'm going to try to do. So challenging myself to do something that somebody's already done, but make it my own way. So try not to copy them, but the goal to overcome is just people. People are mean, people are rude, people are arrogant, people don't give a flying you-know-what. So definitely trying to get over a lot of the hate that may come with this channel, because I'm a very self-conscious person, and I will be honest, there are some days I have very low self-esteem, and I definitely will take a lot of things to heart, and I'm trying not to, so that's going to be the hardest thing for me to overcome. Number 8, why did you pick your channel name? So, my channel name, it's all over social media, and it's going to be somewhere posted on the channel as well, but it's Fight and Read Like a Girl. So the reason I picked that channel, or that name, is because when I was 22, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, and if you guys aren't sure what that is, it is a hormonal imbalance that messes with the ovaries, and it makes it so you don't ovulate. Some girls do ovulate, some girls don't. I'm one of those ones that don't ovulate, so I've been definitely going to see a gynecologist. We've been trying to figure things out, because my husband and I are trying to have a baby. I will be honest on that. So it's Fight and Like Read Like a Girl because I am battling polycystic ovarian syndrome, or you'll hear me talk a lot about it, say PCOS. So I am fighting that, and I read a lot. So we're fighting and reading like a girl is basically why I chose that. So number 9, what is the oldest book you own? Now the question is, does that have to be a chapter book, or does that have to be a children's book? Because if we go chapter book, one right here. As you can tell, it's seen better days. I've had to repair it a few times with some tape. I've had to fix the binding on it a few times. But this Inkheart by Cornliea Funke is the oldest book that I own. I believe I got this when I was maybe like 13, 14. I can tell you exactly when I got it because this came to America in 2000. Whenever it came to America. Published in Germany in 2003. So it came to America in about 2005. So I got this when I was 18, about 17 or 18. So this was the very, very first book I ever bought for myself. This was the very first book that well, I mean, if you want to be honest, my oldest book would be this one, The Little House in the Big Woods. But this is the oldest book that I ever bought for myself. This wasn't bought for my mother. This was bought by me. So these are my 2 oldest books. I'm going with 2. That's what I'm doing. And last question is newest book. Newest book. Unforgiven by Lauren Kate. It's a Fallen novel. This goes along with Fallen, Torment, Passion, Rapture, and Fallen in Love. They're all one series. I personally haven't read this yet, but this is one of my newest ones. It was actually bought for me by my brother. So, yay. But yeah, that is the newbie tag, guys. I feel like I screwed up on this so much. But, you know, first video, we're gonna, let my personality shine through. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching my newbie tag, guys. I am Joe, or you can call me, my name is Joanna. You can call me Joe. That's probably what I'm going to go by. So don't forget to check out all the links below. I've been doing a lot of social media for the last couple months, about 4 to 5 months now, actually. So go ahead and check that down below. You'll see like all my reviews. You'll see my Goodreads down there. You'll see my goals. You'll see everything that I've been doing for the last 5 months. Just to get this channel up and running. So I'm so excited to get this channel up and running, guys. Again, check them all out below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button wherever that may be now. I haven't done this in a while. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, I'll send you a message when I upload a video, which is going to be very exciting. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.